Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda, if you have not practiced with me before, and I wanted to chat about the yoga wheel today. So this is a prop that we sometimes see in yoga studios, and it's relatively new, and so a lot of people don't really know how to use them. They look really great. Some of us may know that they're good for backbends, but there's so much more you can do with it. So let's get into a quick beginner practice about how to use the yoga wheel. Starting out here in a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Maybe you even need to sit up on a blanket. You're just going to take the yoga wheel out in front of you, either leg in front, either crossed at the ankles or crossed at the shins. We're going to bring our hands to the top of the wheel here. On your inhale, you're going to just pull the wheel towards you, lift your chin, lift your chest. On your exhale, you're going to roll the wheel forward, start to drop your chest towards the ground. Inhale, roll the spine back up, really articulating the movement. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale as you roll it forward. One more just like that. Inhale to roll it back up, lift the chin. Exhale as you roll it forward. Just allowing the head to be heavy here. Slowly roll yourself back up. Switch the cross of the legs to the opposite leg in front. This time, on your exhale, as you roll forward, we're going to take this a little shallower movement here. So deep inhale, find length, soften through the hips. Exhale, round just a couple inches. Inhale to lengthen. Each time going a little deeper. Exhale as you round. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Slowly roll it all the way back up at the end of your exhale. And come back up to neutral. From here, we're going to take a gentle variation on a forward fold. So starting with one leg straight, the opposite leg, you're going to bring your heel to the top of the wheel. So depending on your mobility or flexibility today, you're going to keep this knee bent. You're going to sit up nice and tall. And then on your exhale, you're just going to start to straighten the leg. As you straighten the leg, you're going to hinge at the hips to fold forward. Inhale brings you up. Really dynamic movements here. Exhale as you roll forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale takes you back up. And then you're just going to switch sides. So again, you might notice side to side that this feels different. You want to be right on top of the wheel here so that you have enough space to roll. Now notice my belly is already pretty connected with my thigh. Even if you come outside the belly a little bit here, you really want to maintain that connection as you maintain the length. It just may mean you don't go as far forward. So deep breath in. And then exhale as you hinge forward, the wheel rolls forward, the leg starts to straighten. Inhale brings you back up. And exhale takes you forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale brings you back up. This time you're going to bring the wheel right to the center of your mat, and both feet are going to come on the wheel. So that could look like this. My knees are pretty bent here. This is a really nice variation of supported boat pose. You can reach the fingertips forward, lift through the chest. And then on your exhale, you're going to start to straighten the legs. Good. Inhale, reach the arms high. This time on your exhale, the knees come back into the chest. Inhale to extend. And exhale to draw it in. Now, if it's accessible in your body, you can bring the ankles to the wheel. So you want the wheel to be right at the calf. So ankles are going to come towards the outer edge of the wheel. And see if you can catch the wheel here. So the nice thing about this is it's less about how much can you straighten the legs, because I can be pretty bent here and still be able to catch the wheel. And then from there, now notice if the wheel starts to tip, you'll go off balance. So really being mindful that the wheel stays straight. And then on your exhale, using the connection to the wheel to gently pull you forward. Little goes a long way, even if the knees are bent. It's really about maintaining that length through the spine. This is really nice to release through the low back. It gives you a little extra challenge by keeping the balance on the wheel. A few breaths here as you soften the jaw. Soften the shoulders. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, roll yourself back up, release the wheel, and gently slide off. Keep the wheel out in front of you. Come up to stand. Really standing at the top edge of your mat, make sure your wheel doesn't roll away. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms high. And then on your exhale, you're going to bring your hands down to your wheel, widen your feet about hip width distance, and take a nice deep bend in the knees here. Now you might stay here with the legs straight, half lift through the spine, length through the back. Otherwise, on your exhale, you might fold forward. Option here is to bring the forearms down to the wheel and just relax the belly to the thighs. Inhale, roll the wheel in, half lift, and then taking this into a little bit more of a dynamic movement. Exhale as you roll the wheel forward, soften the chest. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale takes you back up. One more exhale. Inhale takes you back up. Good. Bend the knees, roll yourself up to stand, sweep the arms high, palms to touch, and then hands to heart center. Good. Taking this more into a downward facing dog. So as you come back into your forward fold, now again, this wheel wobbles, so the goal here is to keep the wheel as steady as possible. If it feels too wobbly, or if you have a little bit of a taller wheel, you can take a block in front of the wheel here. So really strong through the arms, and you're going to take a narrow down dog here. So bring the feet about halfway back on your mat, and then as you start to roll the wheel forward, your hands will start to come towards the top of the wheel. So starting about at a 45-degree angle, and then rolling forward. From there, you'll soften the chest. A little goes a long way here. Couple breaths. Really spreading through the upper back. Find space in the upper back. Relax the neck. Bend the knees, roll the wheel all the way back towards you. Inhale, stand tall, reach the arms high. This time on your down dog, you're going to have the wheel just underneath your torso. Walk your hands forward. And then this one, since it's a little deeper, you might pedal out the feet here. Bend one knee, bend the other. Starting off by stepping the right foot forward for a low lunge. We're going to add a little bit of support here. So this wheel is going to come right underneath the thigh and taking the back knee to the ground. So either wheel underneath the thigh, calf away for a little bit more of a stability challenge. But if you need a little bit more support, you're going to tuck the wheel right up to the calf. Tuck the back toes under to give you even more support. Inhale as the arms reach high. Come off the wheel slightly, and then exhale, keeping the core active. You're going to soften back down. Allow the wheel to support this lunge. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows. Draw shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms re-extend. Exhale, bend. One more inhale, reach. And exhale, bend. Bring the hands back down. You're going to lift the back knee off the mat and then just step around your wheel to come to downward facing dog. Take the knees down behind the wheel and just move the wheel off to the side a little bit more so that when you step the next foot up, it's right in line. Back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Take your back knee down to the mat. So again, this just depends on where you need the support. You can either slide this back underneath the hip. This is a little bit more of a challenge. But if you need more support, you're going to tuck it up against the calf. Just play with it in your body. See what feels best for you. Inhale, deep breath in. Lift off the wheel slightly. And then exhale as you sink deeper. Deep inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, shoulder blades draw together. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, bend. One more inhale, reach. And exhale, bend. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, take the hands down, lift the back knee, slide the wheel off your mat, and come to downward facing dog. From here, we're going to walk the feet forward and just come down one more time and take a seat. So, two options here. You can either stay with a comfortable cross-legged position, either foot in front, or take Baddha Konasana, so bound ankle. The soles of the feet come together, the knees come wide. If you need more support here in this pose, you can always add blankets or blocks underneath the knees. I'm going to take the wheel behind me about 6 inches so that when I lean back, supporting and holding the wheel in place, I want the wheel to come to my upper back. So I want this to support right about my shoulder blades here. So if you sit too close, the back bend is deeper. If you sit further away, the back bend is less intense. I'm going to support my head here, interlacing my fingers behind the back of my head, but still allowing this to open across the chest by drawing the elbows away from one another. From there, just letting the head fall back and letting the hands support the neck. A few breaths here as you soften into this pose, letting gravity do the work. Deep inhale and deep exhale. You might even notice with each round of breath that the wheel gives you a little bit of a massage on the upper back. Keep this gentle. Don't be afraid to readjust as needed. Your next inhale, you might relax the head down to the wheel if that feels okay. Otherwise, tuck the chin into the chest, reach the arms out next to the ears, palms face one another. And then exhale, sink into this back bend, whatever that means in your body. Take 2 breaths here. As you exhale, shoulders draw away from the ears. Inhale to find length. The end of your next exhale, interlace the fingers again. Use the hands to lift the head back up, and then bring one hand down at a time. Hold the wheel in place as you sit up using your core. Bring the wheel out in front of you. Use your hands to guide your knees back into center. You want this wheel to come right to the center of your mat, and we're going to relax our feet on the wheel. Just like we did earlier in class, but this time we're going to take a variation on the legs up the wall. You may have done this before, resting feet on a couch with legs on, or with back on the ground, and just allowing the arms to rest wherever's most comfortable, either one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, or arms down next to your side, palms up, and just allow the wheel to support you here. Stay for a few rounds of breath. Allowing the ground to hold you, allowing your body to just settle down, settle in. Have more time, you are welcome to stay in this pose. Otherwise, you're going to gently roll off to either side, taking a moment there. And then slowly pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing this basic wheel practice with me today. I hope that you learned something new about your practice, about your body, and about your new prop. My heart to yours. Namaste.